Equation of motion by graphical method. The uniformly accelerated motion of a body is described by three equations known as equations of motion. First one, the relation between initial velocity u, final velocity v, acceleration a and time t is known as the first equation of motion for velocity time relation. It is given by v equals to u plus at. Second one, the relation between distance travelled s, initial velocity u, acceleration a and time t is known as second equation of motion or for position time relation. It is given by s equals to ut plus half at square. Now the relation between initial velocity u, final velocity v, acceleration a and the distance travelled by the body is known as the third equation of motion or equation for position velocity relation. It is given by 2as equals to v square minus u square. Now let us derive first equation of motion from velocity time relation or equation for velocity time relation. So for this we need this graph where in y-axis and x-axis time is there and in y-axis velocity is there. So what we will do the velocity time graph of a uniformly accelerated motion of the body having initial velocity u given in the figure. The velocity time graph is a straight line AB. Okay, now the acceleration of the body. What is acceleration of the body here? A equals to change in velocity upon time, or we can say A equals to BC upon AC. Here AC is time. If OD is time, then AC will be also time. So here you can see some equations where BD equals to BC plus CD. BD, this is BD, B and D is equals to CB plus CD. While BC equals to, if we have to find out BC, okay, then what we will do? We will minus BD minus CD, then we will get what? BC. So now putting the values, we will get here A equals to, in the place of BC we will write BD minus CD upon AC, and again in the place of AC we can write OD. Now on substituting value of BD, CD and OD, we get A equals to, in the place of BD we wrote here V, and CD, in the place of CD we have written here U, and in the place of OD we have written T. So now we will do cross multiply and we will get the first equation of motion, that is V equals to U plus AT. So you can see here first equation of motion. Now we will derive the second equation of motion from velocity time graph, or we can say equation for position time relation. For this we again need that graph, this graph. So first of all what we will do, we have to know that the area of trapezium. So what is the area of trapezium? S equals to sum of two parallel sides upon 2 into height. So trapezium OABD is the trapezium here. Okay, now let's see. We will apply the formula S equals to half into, now the formula is saying sum of two parallel sides. So what are the parallel sides here? OA and BD. OA is parallel to BD. Okay, so we will write here OA plus BD. Why we are writing OA plus BD? Because the formula is saying sum. Sum means addition of two parallel sides. So here if OA and BD are parallel sides, then OD is what? Height. Got it? So OA and OD cannot be height, na? OA and BD cannot be again height. So height. So what will be height here? OD will be the height here. Okay. Now move on further. We will substitute, then we will get S equals to what? In the place of OA we will write U, and in the place of BD we will write V. and in the place of OD we will write T. Okay, now moving on further, we will get substituting the value of V from first equation of motion. Now earlier we have derived the first equation of motion, that was V equals to U plus AT. Now we will put the value of V here. So what we will do, S equals to U will remain same. Then in the place of V, what we will write? In the place of this V we will write U plus AT as we have written here. Okay, now upon 2 into T will remain same. Now moving on further, here we will divide, here we will solve it. Now we will get 2U plus AT. We will multiply it with T. So we will get 2UT plus AT square upon 2. Now we will separate these equations. We will get 2UT upon 2 plus AT square upon 2. 2 will be cancelled out. Then the equation we will get will be S equals to UT plus half AT square. So this is the second equation of motion. Now we will derive third equation of motion. Okay, so let's move on further. For the third equation of motion, we again need that graph. Okay, and again we will apply the same formula, that is sum of area of trapezium. So area of trapezium, what was the area of trapezium? Sum of two parallel sides upon 2 into height. Okay, the equation will remain same that we have done earlier in the second equation of motion till here, till equation 1, everything will remain same. Then in the next step we will put the value of T. Okay, substituting the value of T equals to V minus U upon A. We will substitute the value of T in equation 1. So the equation 1 will be S equals to U plus V upon 2 into V minus U upon A. Now in the next equation will be 2AS equals to V plus U into V minus U. Here we will apply A plus B, A minus B formula, so that will be A square minus B square. So in the next step we will get the third equation of motion, that is 2AS equals to V square minus U square. So let's summarize all the three equations of motion. So the first equation of motion, what was that? V equals to U plus AT, where V is final velocity, U is initial velocity, A is acceleration and T is time. Second equation of motion is S equals to UT plus half AT square, where S is displacement, U is initial velocity, T is time, A is acceleration. Now third equation of motion, 2AS equals to V square minus U square, where A is acceleration, S is displacement, V is final velocity and U is initial velocity. Circular motion. The motion of a body moving around a fixed point in a circular path is known as circular motion. Examples of circular motion: the motion of the blades of an electric fan around the axle, the motion of the moon around the earth, the motion of an electron around the nucleus of an atom, the motion of planets around the sun is also approximately circular motion. The motion of the hammer before the athlete throws it, the motion of a satellite around the earth, a stone tied at one end of the string and whirled above the head of a person in circular motion. Now what is uniform circular motion? The circular motion of a body having uniform or constant speed is known as uniform circular motion. The direction of motion of a body moving in a circular path at any instant is along a tangent to the position of the body on the circular path at that instant of time. Tangent to the point on a circular path is a straight line touching the path at that point. Uniform circular motion is also known as accelerated motion. When a body moves in a circular path with constant speed, its direction of motion changes continuously at every point. This shows that the velocity at the body moving in a circular path changes continuously due to change in direction of its motion. It means the body moves with changing velocity in a circular path. The change in velocity of the body with time gives rise to an acceleration. Thus, the uniform circular motion of a body is known as accelerated motion. Student, in this video we will do numericals of chapter 8, that is motion. So first question of your NCERT is, during an experiment a signal from a spaceship reached the ground station in 5 minutes. What was the distance of the spaceship from the ground station? The signal travels at the speed of light, that is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. So in this you have to find out distance. So let's see how you will find out. So the time taken by the signal to reach the ground station from the spaceship is 5 minutes. You will convert this minutes into second. As you know, 1 minute equals to 60 seconds. So in 5 minutes, how many seconds will be there? 300 seconds. Now the speed of the signal is given, that is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. So as you all know, the relationship between speed and distance is speed equals to distance travelled upon time taken. So here speed and time is taken and we have to find out what? Distance. So distance equals to speed into time taken. Here speed is 3 into 10 to the power 8 and time is 300. So the answer will be 9 into 10 to the power 8, 10 to the power 10 meter. Hence the distance of the spaceship from the ground station is 9 into 10 to the power 8 meter. Now moving on to question number 2. A bus decreases its speed from 80 km per hour to 60 km per hour in 5 seconds. Find the acceleration of the bus. So you have to find out acceleration. As you know, the formula of acceleration is A equals to V minus U upon T. So here speed is given in kilometer per hour. First of all, you will convert kilometer per hour to meter per second. So let's see the solution. So as you can see, initial speed of the bus is, that is U, equals to 80 km per hour. To convert kilometer per hour to meter per second, we multiply it with 5 upon 80. Okay, so we will get 22.22 meter per second, and the final speed of the bus is 60 km per hour, and will convert kilometer per hour to meter per second. So it will come 16.66 meter per second. So time is already given 5 seconds. Now we will apply the formula A equals to V minus U upon T. So here V is 16.66 minus 22.22 upon 5. So answer will be minus 1.112 meter per second square. Now moving on to next question number 3. A train starting from a railway station and moving with uniform acceleration attains a speed 40 km per hour in 10 minutes. Find its acceleration. Again we will convert 40 km per hour to meter per second and minutes to second. So as you all know, initial velocity of the train is 0. Okay, so when train is standing, initially it was at rest, right? So since the train is at initial at rise, to find the final velocity will be V equals to 40 km per hour. So we have changed kilometer per hour to meter per second. So 11.11 meter per second. Then time is given 10 minutes. We will convert it into second. 10 into 60 equals to 600 seconds. So we will apply the formula and the answer will be 0.0185 meter per second square. So hence the acceleration of the train is 0.0185 meter per second square. Now moving to next question. A bus starting from rest moves with a uniform acceleration of 0.1 meter per second square for 2 minutes. So here question is divided in two parts. First you have to find out speed and then you have to find out distance. So first of all, what is given? U initial velocity is given, that is 0. Okay, and acceleration is 0.1 meter per second square and time is 2 minutes. So we will convert it into second. We will multiply 2 into 60. So 120 second will come. Now we will apply the formula. Here acceleration is given 0.1 and we have to find out what? Speed, that is V. V minus 0 upon 120. So V will be 12 meter per second. Now part B will be according to the third equation of motion. Student, we have derived third equation of motion in the previous lecture. So the third equation of motion was V square minus U square equals to 2AS. We will put the values in the part 1. We have find out the value of final velocity, that is 12. 12 square minus 0 square equals to 2 into 0.1. So the answer will be, and the distance covered by the burst will be 720 meter. Now moving on to next question. A train is traveling at a speed of 90 km per hour. Brakes are applied so as to produce a uniform acceleration of minus 0.5 meter per second square. Find how far the train will go before it is brought to the rest. So children, first of all, we will convert initial velocity, initial speed, that is 90 km per hour, to meter per second, that is 25 meter per second, and final speed of the train is 0. So acceleration is minus 0.5 meter per second square. We will apply third equation of motion, that is v square minus u square equals to 2as. Then we will put the formula where v is 0, 0 square equals to 25 square plus 2 into minus 0.5. So the answer will be what? 625 meter. Now the next question is, a trolley while going down an inclined plane has an acceleration of 2 cm square. What will be its velocity 3 seconds after the start? So children, here velocity is given, initial velocity is 0, acceleration is 2 cm square. So we will convert centimeter to meter per second square. So then 0.02 meter per second square. Here time is 3 seconds. We will apply first equation of motion, that is v equals to u plus at. Here v we have to find out, u is 0 and acceleration is 0.02 and time is 3 seconds. So the answer will be 0.06 meter per second. Moving on to next question. A racing car has a uniform acceleration of 4 meter per second square. What distance will it cover in 10 seconds after start? Here acceleration is given and time is given and initial velocity is also given, that is 0. You will apply second equation of motion, that is s equals to ut plus half at square. So we will put the values in the formula. So the answer will be, the distance covered by the racing car after 10 seconds from start is 200 meter. Moving on to next question. A motor boat starting from rest on a lake accelerates in a straight line at a constant rate of 3.0 meter per second square for 8.0 seconds. How far does the boat travel during this time? Again acceleration is given 3.0 meter per second square. Time is given that is 8 seconds. Initial velocity is 0 and you will apply again the second equation of motion, that is s equals to ut plus half at square. You will put the values in the formula and the answer will be 96 meter. Again moving ahead. A ball is gently dropped from a height of 20 meter. If its velocity increases uniformly at the rate of 10 meter per second square, with that velocity will it strike the ground? After what time will it strike the ground? So here we have to find out velocity and time also. So here the distance is 20 meter, acceleration is 10 meter per second square, initial velocity is 0 and you have to find out final velocity. The third equation of motion is v square equals to u square plus 2as. You will put the values in the formula and you will find out the velocity, that is 20 meter per second. Now you have to find out time also with the help of first equation of motion, that is v equals to u plus at. You will find out time. So time will be 2 seconds. So here are few questions for your practice. First question is, a train accelerates from 36 km per hour to 54 km per hour in 10 seconds. Find acceleration and distance. Children, first of all you will convert kilometer to meter per second. Then you will apply the formula of acceleration and distance and find out them. Now question number 2. A truck traveling at 54 km per hour is slowed down to 36 km per hour in 10 seconds. Find the retardation. First of all you will convert kilometer per hour to meter per second. Then you will subtract 54 to 36 as you have to find out the speed. Then you will find out the retardation. Now moving on to question number 3. A scooter traveling at 10 meter per second, speed up to 20 meter per second in 4 seconds. Find the acceleration of the scooter. You will apply the formula of the acceleration and find out it. Now question number 4. A train starts from rest and accelerates uniformly at the rate of 5 meter per second square for 5 seconds. Calculate the velocity of train in 5 seconds. Question number 5. An object starting from rest travels 20 meter in first 2 seconds and 160 meter in next 4 seconds. What will be the velocity after 7 seconds from the start? Question number 6. An object travels 20 meter in 2 seconds and then another 16 meter in 2 seconds. What is the average speed of the object? Question number 7 is MCQ based question. Which of the following can sometimes be zero for a moving body? First option is average velocity, second option is distance traveled, third option is average speed, fourth option is displacement. Then question number 8, derive the second equation of motion graphically. You have to derive the second equation of motion in question number 8. Then question number 9, that is a car moving with a certain velocity comes to a half if the retardation was 5 meter per second square. Then find the initial velocity of the car. Last question, that is question number 10. From the given velocity time graph, it can be inferred that the object is, first option is at rest, in uniform motion, moving with uniform acceleration, or in non-uniform motion. Students, you have to practice these questions in your copy and find out their answer. So this was all about your chapter number 8, that is motion.